Blaine on the plane here. Well, it's winter in the Great White North. Well, in fact, it's winter in a lot of places right now. But around here, the sun sets really early this time of year. Now, if a guy had any sense, he might get himself a hot drink, sit down beside a warm TV set and watch a Jets game. But here's what we're going to do.
We're going to get into a 53-year-old vehicle, a 53-year-old English vehicle, drive out into the country in the dark, in the winter, find some dirt roads and some snow-covered trails that will lead us down into a pit. What could go wrong? Some of you may recognize this trail from the Mud, Flood, and Clutch Blood video. We've never been down here in the winter before, and we're not quite sure what to expect.
I'm thinking four-wheel drive.
Man, this is my new feature.
Huh. Why is there just one?
Only one side works so far because I didn't want to finish wiring it. I wanted to come to Rob's.
You notice how bright Rob's lights are?
Yeah, they sure throw to the side. I'm impressed.
Yeah, mine are yellow compared to his.
I like the yellow.
The snow immediately gets deeper. This is really the end of the road that gets some kind of clearing. The rest is snow-filled and snow-packed. Rob led the way with the long wheelbase, and as you can see, it didn't take long for us to find trouble. The snow's about a foot deep. You can see there's snowmobile tracks on the snow ahead. That's because the snow is packed about the first 6 inches. That's from the wind and the melting. But underneath, the snow is soft. The Land Rover rides in about the first 6 inches of that. If this were soft, fresh snow, you'd have no trouble at all getting through it. But the front tire has to push against the packed snow, and when it meets some resistance, it just digs down. It's kind of like sand.
There you go. That's definitely front-wheel drive. And you dug yourself in.
Whoa!
I think I'm stuck. I think so. Who's pulling you?
And speaking of sand, we'd run into a similar situation before.
I'm just digging in. Hold on.
That prompted me to buy this and put it here. And we were glad to have it that night. After we got Rob out, a couple of vehicles came along. Seems like we weren't the only ones with this idea. These were large trucks, big tires, wide tires. big V8 engines. Let's see how they do. Well, they did get farther than we did on our first attempt, but it ended up the second truck went in to recover the first truck. Well, I couldn't resist trying myself. I guess it's V8 power and big tires versus 4 cylinders and 55 horsepower and narrow tires. Let's see how we do. I decided to make a fresh track. I thought that would be a fair comparison between the truck and the Land Rover. Of course, I used the full load. Believe it or not, the old Series 3 made it farther than the big truck. And luckily Chris was there to come to my rescue. That second winch did come in handy. You can see here where the Land Rover tracks end and where the truck tracks end. Backing out was touch and go. You still had to be careful to stay on the track and not get stuck. We decided to take another entrance into the old gravel pit. Unfortunately, we turned down the wrong road, and this road had not been kept clear and had some heavy drifts in it. There's only about 6 inches to a foot of snow on this road. Conditions are similar to the other trail where the Land Rovers are having to break snow and push through it. And travel is actually becoming quite difficult. As we're on the wrong road anyway, we're just going to back out. And we have to back out because there's no place to turn around.
I know it's a bad idea. I think I'm good. Hey.
Backing out was kind of tricky. I had to open the back door of the Land Rover and shine a flashlight out just so I could follow my tracks back. We finally found the right road, and wouldn't you know it, we ran into our truck friends again. They informed us that the road going into the pit actually had relatively little snow. I was concerned that we were going to have the same amount of snow on this path as we did on the others. If that was the case, we wouldn't be getting very far. But it turns out there was only a couple of inches and it was a fairly easy drive in.
What's that, a hot cocoa though? Get up into the top of that peak, that hill, and then turn around. For y'all to catch up. Good.
Shall we keep going?
Yeah, might as well. Tom, do you want to go next? Or when Stucky gets stuck, we can pull you from the front door there. You can do it.
I'm not sure where we're going down from here.
Was just kind of hung up on this hill, but he's good now. I managed to hill start in second low range at the top of that hill, so.
You guys want to go down?
There's room to turn around down there and come back up, right?
Yes.
Down? On my way.
That's about as far as we were going to take it in one night. We'll come back and do the rest another time. But the night isn't quite over. We headed back to the Rover Ranch to top off the evening with just a little bit more off-roading.
That's the easy part of the dip.
Yeah, you did a good job.
you enjoyed the video. That's about all for now. I've still got a long ride home, and it will be after midnight before I get the old Landy in the driveway. See you next time.